Yeah, I'm in front of a 2014 Audi A6 and I gotta replace the oil separator. Stay with me. So yeah, I'm gonna start with removing this belt, the belt from the compressor. There's a, I believe it's a 15 down there on that pulley. Put a 15 on it and move it to the right. You take the belt off, and next is removing that intake, that pipe, that air pipe, and a couple of things around here. And then it's not too much work to actually take this compressor off. All right, let me go over what I did so far. I loosened this pipe. So it's just easier that way. I remember last time I tried to get the hoses out here, but they're so stubby. You gotta mess with that metal pipe down here. So I tried this way. Then marked here those little bit of vacuum hoses. I don't think you need to because they kind of fall in a position. Loosen all the connectors. Here, over here, over here. The nuts out. Compressor already loose. And now let's see what I gotta do to get this out. Also, when you have the top loose, you just loosen the lower clamps. Ideally, you have like some pliers like this, or you just start twisting the hoses, and then you pull it straight up and take it out. All right, there's those little plastic. Let me show you. Those little plastic covers down here. You gotta take them out. There's 2 bolts right there, both sides. It's gonna prevent you from lifting this compressor up. You also got the compressor out. Don't forget there's another connector in the back, farther down. Maybe I show you a little bit so you can see. It's right underneath there. And here's the oil separator. PCV, whatever you want to call it. But there's a lot of stuff in the way. I don't remember 100%, but I think what I needed to do last time is one side I needed to remove the intake runners here. I think I did the left side, and then you can like lift it out like this. I don't remember quite well. Maybe I gotta remove both sides. Maybe both sides. Or at least remove one side and loosen the other one. So let me see how I go after that. So after you take I decided to take the left side out because I have more piping here on this side, and maybe I get away with that, but regardless of that, I gotta take both sides now because I discovered that I have excessive coked up valves. So in my case it doesn't really matter, but in your case, if you don't have that, you might want to just take the left side out from my position, so basically the passenger side. Anyway, so after that you can also easily remove the fuel line that go all across here in the bottom. Put that to the side, and then for right now I gotta see how I can remove this pipe. This pipe might be my biggest. I don't remember how I did this, but I didn't mess too much here in the back. I remember that. Let's see. Yeah, so what did I do so far? I removed, maybe if you guys wonder how to remove this hose here from the valve cover. you gotta use something like thin. I use the hose clamp and cut it off, and it works basically like a fuel line. You gotta shovel it in here in the bottom and push it in there, basically like you wrap it around, and then you shovel it in here, push it up as far as you can, and it's gonna go in there almost halfway, and then you just pull on the hose and it's gonna come off. Anyway, I removed the other side too here. The valves are coked up. Not the hardest part, but the thing that you need to move is this line, this coolant line. And what I did is I just removed the bolt here in the back on this bracket where it's held, so you can move it back. Push the bracket a little bit back. There's one bolt right there. And then I used again some hose pliers, went around this pipe and moved and pushed to the back at the same time, and it came out. So now I probably have enough room to take this oil separator out of here. You guys, it's another morning. The sun is about to get up, and it's beautiful Texas. There you go. Anyway, I already did change out yesterday, not last night. Yesterday, this one here came right out, cleaned up. You want to really nicely clean up. Really helpful is if you have like a tool like this, you know. You use it for bleeding brakes a little bit. But if you don't have that, you can also use something like this. Everybody who works on cars should have at least one of those suckers. Anyway, what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna put this back piece here a little bit back together, put that bracket back in place, and get this hose here in, just like that, and put the bolts back, and cover this hole. And then I'm gonna go for those valves that look real bad, you know. And I want to do this job again, have this fixed, and then have like misfires. It's not worth it. Yes, it's a little bit of extra work. I think I'm not gonna film this. It's not really part of this video. I did already videos about valve cleaning. I'm gonna put a link up here, and somewhere up here maybe, or in the description. And if you're interested about that, you can watch it. We use one of those guys back here, cheap, Harbor Freight, you can buy them there, whatever. Then you just convert it a little bit. You need like a nozzle here, a regular vacuum, and you know, like you make a little metal nozzle like that. And then we got some glass nuts here. Basically, you get it already heated anyway. So you just attach the vacuum over here. Duct tape works great for that, and then with that nozzle you go through here, and basically, you know, you use walnut shells and clean your valves. Anyway, so let me go for that, and then Maybe I show you real quick a little picture from how they look afterwards. Even that's not really part of this video, and then we keep going. Hey guys, I want to show you how nice those valves come out if you blast them with walnut shells. It's
like and subscribe.
Super clean. So now I just keep going with all of them, and time to put it back together. Yeah, I got quite along, but you gotta be watching out for one particular thing. So whenever you put those runners back, and if you push them down just like that, let's say, and not doing anything, you will eventually, let me show this here with the light. You see, they're not gonna open, you're gonna block them. So what you gotta do is, they really gotta move like this. See? So you gotta pull them out just slightly. Probably can't do this with one hand. You see? Like that. So, and then you do this, you activate them a little bit, opening them up, and then you push down. But you gotta do this on both sides, so you really kinda need both hands. Or like do it in the middle with one hand, that might work. Alright, yeah, I got it. See? More light. Otherwise, this lip from the runner will block, and you're gonna get immediately limp mode and lights on. So just remember that when you put it back together. All right, guys. Sorry for the fan noise, but it's always hot in Texas, even in the morning. Yeah, I'm pretty much done. Had to do some other stuff yesterday. Got interrupted a few times, and didn't film too much to put it back together. It's pretty much straightforward after you basically put those runners back. That's the important part to watch out for. Don't forget to plug anything in the back here. You know, there's a couple of connectors. This one right here is a little bit hidden. And make sure you don't pinch anything. Put your throttle body connector back. I got a couple of things here going. Basically, the water lines here. And filling with coolant, and then I'm gonna start up and see how it goes. Gotta still put the hose back here, that air tube. But yeah, basically, a couple of bolts I got here. They go, one goes over here and one goes from the back. And then we're done. And let's see how it runs after that. Gotta still put the belt back. Yeah, I'm gonna make a little short video probably when it's running, or actually not even need to. Don't wanna stretch it too much. We say just goodbye from here, and well, if you like it, if it helped in some way, maybe consider subscribing. It's free. It helps me a lot. I see like 90% of the people who watch my videos are actually not subscribed. It's probably the same story you hear from every little YouTuber, you know. That's just how you get at least a few bucks in your pocket. Thanks again. Enjoy.